Welcome to part 15 of the Sunless playthrough we're doing here. We're actually making pretty good progress. I think we're close to fulfilling, not close I should say, but we're making progress on fulfilling a couple of the ambitions that we could be doing on this character. There's obviously the character's starting ambition, which is to write the Song of the Sea, become a great explorer. We're getting close to that. We need 40 secrets, so we'll have to get some more of those. We need 77 memories, Z stories, Tales of Terror. So we're still a ways off if we wanted to finish that mission, but we could focus on that and like to the exclusion of doing other random things. And I feel like we can make pretty good progress on it. The other ambitions that we can do, there's I want to find out what this is, the Manual of Miracles. I think it has to do with the Forgotten Quarter in London, but we need to raise our mirrors to do that. So maybe we'll start saving secrets and start raising our mirror skill up a bit. It was our worst skill. It still is our worst skill. But if we want to do that mission, we can really raise it up. Alternatively, we could do the sailing, the traveling light, rise high and go east. I think this has to do with the Zeppelin that we're building with the Empire of Hands monkeys, although a traveling light, I don't know that the light part makes a lot of sense with the Zeppelin, but that's one thing. And I actually may end up doing this to finish the game if the other options don't look as appetizing. The other thing is we can colonize Acefall. I don't know if this ends the game, but it's another thing you can do. We actually have... No, we don't have any of these things. Never mind. We got something else. We got the... what did we get? We got this thing. The Element of Dawn. It's used for a different mission. I thought it might have been used for this. So these are all things we consider. There's Eat Your Crew if you have 175 iron in King Ear's Castle. That doesn't sound like a very good ending, but it'd be funny to see what happens when you do it. This character might get up to 175 iron. I mean, we are an iron-based character. So those are things we could work for. I haven't really decided which one of these I want to do to end this character's mission. Again, his ambition is the Song of the Z. So yeah, I guess we're not going to focus yet on like driving directly towards one of those ambitions. Just I'm not exactly sure which one this character himself wants to do. So, but in any case, we're getting relatively close that we could start thinking about trying to complete one of the ambitions. If we find one that we think makes sense for this character and that looks interesting to accomplish. Okay, so we ended up here in the shell. I think I did a brief overview last time of what we did. I'm not going to go over it again, but our plans on this session are going to go to Wisdom. I think we can't get into Scrimshander still, right? Or no, we got in there. We don't have any... Yeah, we have to bring coffee and wine. I don't think we have much... That's one thing we did bring on our hold this session is coffee and wine, right? Oh, we have some coffee, a little bit of wine. We could maybe go there. Let's see, that's... We'll go directly to Wisdom. I want to go to the north. I want to go to Undercrow. I want to get this last little piece of the map defogged. I think I wanted to go to Mount Palmerston, maybe. I think we're gonna go up here. We're gonna go. Did we get the two? We need 2 live specimens to do the mission at Chapel of Lights. Did we get 2 live specimens? No, we only have 1. Okay. I'd also like to advance the story of the lady here. Oh, that's right, we don't have much crew. Okay, yeah, so we're not going to do a lot of combat missions here. I was thinking about doing some combat around the Gant Pole to try to advance the Haruspex story with the lady in the Gant Pole, but yeah, I don't think with 14 crew we want to do much combat. Okay, well let's just head east, or west and we'll we have 1921. That seems like a pretty good amount of supplies to get started. So let's go to the sea. Let's go to. Oh, I want to see. So this Wisdom, the mission at Wisdom has to do with the Tireless Mechanics quest we've been working on. We have to free a sage, I believe, from Wisdom. Yeah. So here's. You can rescue the sage. So I have in my notes it takes some high stats, but those were notes from a previous playthrough, so I don't actually know the full details. So let's go just take a look at what we need to do. We spent a lot of effort on this tireless mechanic officer, so I would like to at least complete his mission. I think that'd be a fun thing to do, and also something our captain would want to do, having like I said, spent a lot of time with his. He's been our. Well, like he's not our engineer right now. He was our engineer that we had equipped for a really long time before we had this lady got her upgrade after we took care of one of her missions. Let's make sure we get the something awaits here before we dock. Looks like we just about have it. Noop Mit Harbor. Okay, we're back at Wisdom, so this is the prison. Okay, so then we have the chance to rescue a prisoner. This one's going to take crew, which we're not going to do, because again, we don't want to lose crew. This one costs 3,000 echoes, which we have 26% chance. Not going to do that. Get the port report first of all. If we had 175 pages, we could do this one, which we don't have. We could hand over a prisoner, which we also don't have. I don't know where you get prisoners from. Okay, so yeah, these are all pretty hard to do. Yeah, these are all pretty hard to do. This one seems like the most repeatable one. Like, you could just stock up on a bunch of crew and then come over here and just try until you make it. We could raise our veils up, you know, with our items and stuff. Yeah, these are... There's no iron option, unfortunately. There's only ransom, scale the walls. Why is this a veils challenge? I guess because it's like stealth, deception, speed. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You're scaling the walls, going through the pipes, evade the guards. Yeah, there's no straightforward option. Like this one is the most straightforward. Exchange a secret, but like you have to have 175 pages. Well, I mean, like I said, I do want to do that mission, but we're not anywhere close to it, so we'll have to. Work our way. I mean, we've been trying to raise our stats. Like, that is a good thing we've been trying to do anyway, so. But 175 pages is. I haven't found any, like, really good repeatable ways to do that, so I'm not even sure the best way. I mean, obviously secrets to your officers, but you can only, your officers can only raise it up to like 100 or something. So I don't know how you go from 100 to 175 in the most direct way. Okay, let me just do a quick check. I just want to talk to our officers real fast. A couple of like this guy. Oh, he can actually get your vills up to 150. Wow. Interesting. She can go up to 100. She can go to 100. He can go to 100. Yeah, so again, like we can get up to 100 a bunch of these officers. Assuming we had enough secrets, but I'm not exactly sure how you go to the next 75 from there. If we do commit to doing a longer playthrough, I mean, we'll have more time to raise our stats. I feel like at this point, I do want to do one of the longer term ambitions, just because like I've already spent a lot of time on this character. Like there are some ambitions that you can do rather quickly. We saw that with the Abyssal Rites story that we were involved in. Like you could probably start a new character and complete that within, I don't know, maybe an hour or two of starting a new character. But if you were focused directly on that, I'm just going to the abysses. But since we've started playing this character, and if we're gonna keep like raising all of our stats up to like the level of 175, we definitely want to like use the time we spent with this character to do something a little more time consuming. Okay, so this place we have to exchange coffee. I remember, right? Yeah, we exchange coffee. We can agree to go search for a hero. How many did it say we needed to have to go in here? Let's see, what does it say? So you need at least 5, but more is recommended. Okay. So we'll do... How have we not done this historical relation thing? I feel like we've done quite a few things in the... So we want to get up to at least 5. So we're at 6. Let's do one more. Go with 8. Okay, so let's delve into the archives. We've done this a number of times already, so I'm not gonna like read all the text around it, but we will go through here. Heroism debunked. Definitely no saint. Oh, you've lost. So did I fail a mission? Let's see what it says here. History and my master's name is cheered throughout the land, but none may know his terrible secret. He was no saint. Oh my, these things are simply not done, especially not to a leprechaun. Okay, so we learned that one of the heroes is not actually a hero, or I mean, he did something. I mean, no heroes truly, as they're described in a story. Bonequake, we've seen this. I got a strange catch, nice. Still have 5 times in the archive, we'll keep going in. So we can unearth a new heroic tale. Deep within a forgotten corner, a grinning skeleton bears a catalog of extraordinary deeds. Shellney's champions are bound to be interested. The exile found a home. There was a fellow, a renowned collector and scholar, who concluded that the only way to survive was to live underwater. Oh yeah, we actually heard about this. This was like the founding of Scrimshander. He's talking about the founding of Scrimshander. Okay, still have 4 time in the archive, so we'll continue going down. Starting to get to a modest challenge. Definitely we could fail this, but I don't see any other option. We've stumbled upon some mummified remains. Wrapped in linen, lying in repose. One could almost mistake it for a tomb colonist at tea. Oh, did succeed. Got a parable linen. A royal sort of remains. This one's wrappings are a different quality than the rest. Ornate pictographs sewn to linen with a golden thread depict an ancient city long collapsed. Beneath the bones are immaculate and untouched. So we got a parable linen off of this sewn pictograph piece of linen. Still have 3 times in the archive. I guess we keep going. Downwards into history. Identifying some unusual remains. The carved remains of a rubbery man will always be a little surprising. Different sort of history. Got a scintillact. Hasn't got many bones, but its calcified tentacles bear inscriptions in an unrecognizable language. As you cited the writing, one tentacle crumbles, revealing a gleaming lump clutched in his chest. Okay, we only have 2 left. We do have to get out at some point. I guess we can go 1 more and turn around. Okay, it seems like we're just getting repeatable. Anyways, we only have 1 left, so we gotta leave the archives here. I failed to get into terror, unfortunately. Let's see, we lost some time on we lost the delving into the past quality. Succeeded a Veils challenge. If you had listened sooner, perhaps you'll live long enough to learn. Well, we fleed, so I don't know. We've lost. Sorry, we've lost 1 Scrimshander Tides of Tide, now 4. Why are we losing status effects going up here? I guess we just learned that something bad happened. We've questioned an ancient assumption. Not exactly sure, but anyways, we're leaving the archives. I don't think we got anything particularly exciting down there. I guess we did get the Tales of the Heroes, so we'll deliver that to them again. We got this before. Got some money for it. Up to 3 History of Heroes. It seems like it alternates between, like, finding the record of a hero and then finding, like, things that, you know, disavow what the hero, that he was actually heroic. What does Wander the Halls do? This place is kind of weird. Like, there's a repeatable mission, but it doesn't really seem to get you much. Wander the Halls. I don't have that noted down here. Wander the Halls. Something awaits. Let's see what this does. The higher in the tower, the more recent the tales. Perhaps they can be useful. Gained 1 terror and 10 fragments. Plus 1 terror. Plus 10 fragments. A familiar tale. The simple houses are built with bricks of ash and bone dust. Each bears a finely engraved story, from the mundane to the profane. Some bricks tell the same tales from different and contradictory sources. You spend a quiet hour reading the side of a derelict house. A handful of its tales are suspiciously familiar. Okay. That wasn't particularly... There's not a really good reason to redo these things. I mean, we got some money. We basically traded coffee for money. And we also gained some terror while we were here. Maybe if you go all the way to the bottom of the archives or something, you can find something more interesting. Not sure. Oh yeah, this takes away a lot of your stuff. This takes away a lot of stuff. We'll just try leaving a hunting trophy this time. Don't want to leave behind stats. Could leave behind a finger, although I don't know what that does. I feel like leaving behind a hunting trophy is probably the simplest thing to do here. Some other hero's tale. They've cleaned the trophy, they recount the victory that won it, etch your words into its surface. By the time you finish, your trophy has been replaced with an identical copy, but this one has been described with a thrilling fictional tale. As you depart, you wonder if you would recognize the hero of such a thrilling yarn. Okay. We're still looking for how to get a pot of violent ink. Or not. Oh, you can buy muter salt here. We can actually buy these carboy primordial shrieks in Ant Pole over there. 10 fuel. It's a pretty good price for fuel here. How much cargo space do we have? 9. Do we need more lamentable relics? I feel like I just looked this up last time we played, but I'm gonna do one quick search here. Lamentable. Don't have any notes that we need a particular number of them for anything. It's good to have a few though, which we have 4 of. Okay, well let's just get some more fuel while we're here. I think up to like 23 or so. I mean, we're pretty much full on cargo, so that's probably a good amount to have. Alright, so we're going up to Port Cecil, check out what's going on there, and then we're going to the Undergrowth to tell them that we delivered their love note to Hideaway. I guess we can sail underwater for a bit. Although we don't really want to fight stuff, though. And we can find things underwater that that isn't combat, I suppose. Let's see, are we already? No, we're not quite close to Port Cecil yet. This looks like the stuff that's around Port Cecil, the coral. Yeah, we're not really doing combat right now just because we don't have crew to spare. Go to the left here. Port Cecil's actually over here to the left. If we lose a single crew in combat, then we'll be going at half speed until we can just pick up another one. So, not too interested in combat at the moment. All right, let's just go and get up here. Lost one hole touching the wall, unfortunately. We just got something awaits. That's good. I don't think there's anything particular. I mean, I know we're trying to work on some missions for these guys. I don't think we are currently... Yeah, we're not currently doing anything for them. Explore the coral or get some Shintalak. Take your crew, go carefully. Ah, it sounds like you could lose crew doing that. We don't want to risk losing crew. I think last time we did examine the ruins, it wasn't very exciting. Let's try chipping away some amber to sell. Alright, 185 Echo. Port Cecil. I just update my notes on the result of that mission. This was in amber. Actually didn't write down. Chip some amber away. 185 echoes. This was a something awaits option. Something. Okay. Maybe it was the Explore the Coral North that we clicked on. I can't actually remember. But yeah, so in the very deep amber sold in London, the stuff that the squid-faced rubberman exude, this may be a good haul. A half-gold haul. You and your crew swarm over the ambery stuff with hammers and chisels, smashing off hunks and chunks. It powders easily, emitting an unexpected lemony fragrance, and the rising sea washes quantities of it away. But you fill your pockets and sacks with it. At last a rumble rises from below. The amber shudders and you scramble. I thought we did this actually. I remember running away from the rumble. Maybe we did the other. I thought we did the other option though, the knowledge one last time. Okay, don't need any fuel. What does the rubbery man want? I forget. Let's see. The Necreus outcast. Okay, we're not sure what he wants yet. Oh, he can get your hearts up to 150. That's kind of nice. Okay, we're going to the Undergrowth. That's our next destination. Yeah, we just finally delivered the letter that they tasked us with many play sessions ago to find Hideaway. It took us a long time to find Hideaway. Hideaway is like the last place that we found, basically. But that's okay. We'd find it eventually. This place is underwater, so we gotta go down. Undercrow. It's like a lighthouse, I believe, and like the lighthouse keeper is dying. So we're kind of like doing his last requests before he dies. We don't have something awaits yet. Now we do. Alright, into the Undercrow. Okay, so what have we done here? What are our options here? We could lie about it. We're not really a lying character. We could share coffee, speak with the Aurelian, assemble the poor report. Let's do the give him the response yet. The almost dead man is dismissed from his service. Surely that's good news. Accepted with grace. The almost dead man asks you to describe his commander's response in maddening detail. He only desists when an attempt to return the Kaganian salute results in a spasm of pain. As the incomparable Aurelian offers him some water, you watch his ribs rise and fall like the keys of a pianoforte. When the pain has subsided, the old man's grimace settles into a faraway smile. He still wears the ascot I gave him. Delivered a lover's wordless response. So the almost dead man is the guy we're talking about. He's the lighthouse keeper. And his lover was in hideaway. So his lover was a commander, I guess, in the Kaganian Navy, it sounds like. The incomparable Aurelian is the almost dead man's acolyte who's going to replace him after he dies, I believe. Yeah, okay. Well, in any case, we've gained one more dying grace status with him. So now we can deliver a letter of apology to... Yeah, so he's like doing his like last regrets and ambitions here. So we're going to deliver a letter of apology to a flinty latitudinarian at Nook. The almost dead man assures you at length that the latitudinarian is not a man to blame the messenger. So now we got to go to Nook. After a brief consultation with the incomparable Aurelian, the ancient man hands you a sealed letter. I'm told he resides in an etched tooth house in the maw. When I imagine what he could have been. Okay. So we want to go to Nook for the fellow in Undercrow. Go to Nook. What does this guy have to talk about? Nothing really. We've already talked to him. We got our port report. What does the coffee option do in Undercrow? Let's see. Undercrow. Gives you +1 to his dying grace, and it gives you an outlandish artifact. Oh wow, yeah, that's worth doing for sure. We're trying to assemble more of these artifacts so that we can pass them on to our next character. So yeah, we've done this before. Just gonna do a quick scout over. Yes, we give him a cup of coffee. Demonstrate age mushroom and stays on his eyes. Odd, the outer continent. All is missing. So it basically triggers his memories of when he explored the outer continent, which I guess is where the coffee comes from. To give us a memento of his youthful cautions. Just a knick-knack. Payment for the coffee. Okay. No shops here. So off we go. I don't think there's any particular reason to go to Irem at the moment. Let's see, Irem. There's a lot of shops in Irem. They probably sell some stuff that we would want. So we need to buy. So there's Eolus, relics, curios, long boxes. We don't want to spend our secrets though. Yeah, there's a judgment egg, which we already bought one from somewhere else, I think. Prowl linen, fuel supply, strange catch, implications, secrets. You can buy secrets here basically. Once you have enough money that you don't need for anything else, you can spend it to buy secrets in Irem. Although I think we bought a secret for 900 somewhere else as well. You can get a Searing Enigma for... Oh, maybe we should start holding on to our extraordinary implications to turn into Searing Enigmas here, actually. We've been trading them away for money to the one dude. Okay, we could trade our mountain... We do actually have a mountain shirt. You could trade it for 20 per Abba linen. We don't have whatever this is. You can sell coffee for linen. That's actually a pretty good trade, I think. Linen's worth more than coffee. If you had a capturing treasure, you could get 50 fuel for it. We do have an element of dawn. You could get 25 supplies for it, but I don't think that's worth doing. You can sell your dread supplies if you have one for 10 Searing Enigmas. Okay, yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff you can do up here, but nothing... You can get a Hesperian apple. I wonder if that's one of the color items. Which ones do we still need? Let's see. Color Remembered Sun's effect on the fund of the focal. I think we already had Gant. Which ones are left in our inventory here? Here we go. We have Apocean, the Memory of Blue, Brightest Coral, Cosmogone, the Funded, the Fungal. Irigo colors the corners of home. That could be, no one remembers why. That could be that apple. What were we looking at in Iron here? Let's see. Here, the Hess. We have to trade a steering enigma to get it. Hesperian apple. That could be the Irigo color, maybe. I don't think it's violent. Blood is shed in an aspired place. But this one is no one remembers why. It colors the forgotten corners of home. There's definitely some weird stuff with time and memory up in Irem, so that could be that one. But if it was our very last one and we're like, oh, we really want to finish this quest line, maybe I'd go over there and do it. But we still have other colors to find first. Alright, so we'll go to Frostfound. We'll get this last little section defogged up here. That'll be nice to, just sort of a mini accomplishment, defogging the whole map. I don't think it does anything for your captain, but it's satisfying in an OCD gaming sort of way. Ticking all the boxes, exploring all the pieces of the map, as one does in a game. So where's Nook? We gotta go to Nook. Okay, Nook is in the middle of the map, like directly dead center. We could head back through Nook. We'll take a look at our notes. I think we wanted to go to Mount Palmerston, but we also want to go to Wither to get the Salt's attention for her. The Cornelian Exile won't talk to us until we receive Salt's attention, which, again, we actually had Salt's attention at one point. I'm not even sure how we lost it. At the time, I didn't think it was like a thing to think about. Like, do I want Salt's attention? Like, I don't know. I didn't like recognize that it was a thing that I would want to have. Still don't quite have something awaits yet. We should get it soon here. Nice. There's that nice repeatable quest you can do here. I do want to go back into the depths of Frostfound, but we're not going to do that at this moment, I don't think. Again, it's one of those things you better do after you've raised your stats a bit more. We'll get the port report. We will take the tea with the squatters. This one gives you just kind of a nice little one of everything you need. Minus terror, fuel supplies. Again, we'll probably enter Frostbound at some point again. But again, we're trying to raise our stats anyway, so like, may as well wait until we've done that stat raising before we go back in there. Now let's defog this section of the map, and then let's look at our notes and see exactly what we want to do next. I'm thinking, we do want to go to Anth because we have the clay men in our hold. It was something we could do with some clay men for that mission there. So maybe we'll go to Mount Palmerston, Wither Codex. Maybe Mount Palmerston, Anth, Wither Codex. I don't like going to Wither just because it's so far out of the way from all the interesting stuff in the game, but we are over here at this moment in time, so if there's any time to do it, may as well do it now. Alright, almost got this little section of the map up here. Again, I'll see. I don't remember if anything interesting happens when you get the final map segment, but probably not. Oh, we got it. We got it. So okay, yeah, nothing happened. Okay, well, anyways, there's a certain amount of beauty to having a completely defogged map, even if it didn't accomplish anything in an in-game sense. Let's get the port report here, although I don't think we can even do anything with our port reports anymore now that the Anarchist. Oh, there's something big we don't want to fight there. Maybe we'll go underwater after we get back from here. That might be actually Mount Nomad. It's one of the like gods of the Z. Like I think that's stone, like one of the gods of the Z. Okay, we're not gonna look into the stars. I think they're pretty sure this just gives you terror. So all we're gonna do is get their port report. We don't have whatever that is. There's no shops here. Okay, is that big thing still out here? If so, we'll just go underwater. Let's go underwater. I think that might be Mount Nomad, which is one of the, it's sort of like the combat-oriented bosses to fight in this game. I think he's one of the, again, I think he's Stone, one of the gods of the Z. Yeah, I've never been underwater. I've never seen what that looks like there. It's kind of cool. Okay, Chapel of Lights. We don't have two live specimens to do this mission, but we could get the port report again, I suppose. Again, unfortunately, getting the port reports at this point may not do anything because after raising the anarchists to prominence in London, the Admiralty, or the Admiral rather, is no longer, does not appear to be accepting port reports anymore, so this may be a vain endeavor, or an endeavor that is in vain. But we'll just do it since we're here. I don't think there's any stories we can progress until we get the live specimen. Actually, you know what, we do want to get unaccountably peckish. There was, if we are going to do the Empire of the Hands mission with the Zeppelin, there's a thing where we have to poison the pirates, the cannibal pirates that are on one of the islands here. But you can't do that mission until you have unaccountably peckish, which again has something to do with cannibalism. I think we can get unaccountably peckish here in the Chapel of Lights. Actually, maybe we'll do that while we're up here, if we can figure out which option does that. Could be this, actually, eating the chapel's bounty. Yeah, like this could give you, like he says, a smiling priest unlocks the door of the storehouse for you. Here he says, eat, but take nothing away with you. We'll definitely gather the intelligence. That's the board report. Can't do this again. We need 2 live specimens. So you could either attend a service, so maybe this would do it. Let's see what my notes have. Lights. Chapel of Lights. So we have attend a service as an option. That's going to give you memoirs of the chapel. We can certainly do that. We do have extra supplies right now. And then eat the chapel's bounty. I don't have notes on what this does, so let's write it down. Let's do it and write it down what happens. Eat of the chapel's bounty. Takes hunger. Yeah, so let's do this. Like, I've been avoiding trying to get this unaccountably peckish thing because it's a menace. Again, menaces are like story-related negative effects, like negative in air quotes. Like they don't hurt you and they don't like prevent you from playing the game. They just do things that are kind of like sinister. So the menaces that we're tracking right now are yearning and burning. We've been touched by the light. We have suspicion in London, although this may not do anything anymore because like now that the anarchists have taken over, like does the law people care anything in London anymore? And then we have 14 with the Kaganian, which we actually want to lower because we can't trade in their port until we lower this at some point. But yeah, let's go, oops, not wrong thing. Let's go ahead and eat of the bounty. Okay, so it didn't give us any unaccountably peckish, but did get rid of 14 hunger. Okay, so it's just minus hunger for free, basically. That's a good one to do. Rich and red, they have shark steaks plucked from the sea, thin slices of cavern tuna, translucent and delicate as paper, little crimson flakes flavored with cinnamon and coated with poppy seeds, tomatoes impossibly ripe and sweet so far from the surface. Gorge yourself, leave with juices dripping from your chin. Yeah, how do they have so much food here? Alright, let's do this then, because we don't have the memoirs. Lessons of the Chapel, and it's a 100% chance. Oh, here's where you can trade ELAs for implications. I was just talking about if we could trade 5 implications for something. We don't have a nightmare, so we can't do this option. Oh yeah, let's attend a service. Echoes in the chapel. Oh yes, the priest says, smiling. The drowned man hums tonight. His song like fish row clouds the water. He waits for the congregation's assent. We will feel him in the harps of us, and if his tune is caught, it will be raised to the sky where the bright birds pass. Here the congregation cries out like birds, and the cries rattle away into the rafters. And the air hangs sultry, and the gods no longer frown. At the end of the service you leave, your lips wet and your stomach filled with secrets. You could grow rich on this diet, if you live. I get a secret. Okay, now, okay, we did get unaccountably peckish, so we have the cannibal taint. So that should allow us to interact with the cannibal pirates now in Empire of Hands, I believe. We've heard the priest's words, seen his smile of red and white. Gained terror, that's not surprising. Okay, but all the rest of the stuff was kind of good for us, so that's... So you can... It's actually repeatable. Interesting. You can reject what you've learned. That's to get rid of the unaccountably peckish. Cost us Searing Enigma though, holy smokes. Yeah, we don't want to do that right now. Yeah. Interesting. I do like getting secrets, but we don't have that many supplies. Just gonna confirm that this takes 2 live specimens. Yeah, okay. Oh, there's also pay. Oh, now we can actually do this to pay the other. Oh, maybe you should do this actually. Not right now because we don't have the 2 crew to spare, but next time we come back. If we can't find 2 live specimens by the time we come back here again, maybe we'll allow them to eat some of our crew members just to advance that story. Okay, Palmerston, Anth, Wither Codex. I think those are the things. So let's look at our actual top level notes. Is there anything of these areas nearby that are like in our top level notes here? This might be gone. Yeah, like I said, the Admiral's gone. Heart metal. Oh, we need to go to Station 3. We're kind of out of the way for... I guess we could just go straight down to that. Or we could go through the cons area. We do have some drowning pearls, I think, which we can use to lower the Tigan's suspicious in our hold. No, we don't have any drowning pearls. We must have already given them to him. You can trade coffee to him for some rep. Yeah. We also have a spy network there, which we can get vital intelligence from. And we do want to get that hard metal. Maybe we'll go down to Station 3 because that's like something we actually want to do. We also want to go to Wither for this. If we're gonna go south, we can stop at Anth. I don't think we have any reason to go to Anth at the moment. Oh yeah, we do. The 6th Clayman, of course. Yeah, right. We're carrying the 6th Clayman. Yeah. Okay, for sure. We'll go to Anth. It's over here though. So let's go. I guess we just go straight south to Station 3 and then back up to Anth, I suppose. We could buy supplies in Mount Palmerston if we need to. How much do we have? 12? Yeah, we have enough to get to Mount Palmerston. We've seen this before. We'll just look away. -1 terror. We've seen that event many, many times at this point. None of these vortexes. We haven't... I tried going into one of the other vortexes. It didn't seem like it did anything. I'm gonna run into this one. Yeah, there's no event, surprisingly. Just like... affects your movement when you're near it, I suppose. You're actually going to run out of fuel before you run out of supplies. We could also go to Nook, I suppose. It's a little out of our way. We're going to be in Station 3. I do want to go to Anth before I head back to London. Well, that doesn't have to be before I go back. So many things I could do. Just got to prioritize. I don't really need to go to Shepherd Isles. That's just like, this is just kind of on the way to getting the heart metal thing here, which is something I actually want to do. Just gotta prioritize. Because there's a lot of things you could do. I don't think there's anything in particular we're trying to do here. Get the port report. Trade a hunting trophy for a Soothing Cooper long box. Yes, we'll definitely do that. We're about to go there anyway. Okay, nothing left to do here. Can buy a fuel for 20. Where's the next place we're gonna buy fuel from? Are we gonna go to Nook? Why did I want to go to Nook? Oh, for the Undercrow person. We could do that on the way back to him the next time. Maybe we could leave through this direction and head up to the Undercrow on our next voyage. We could also go south on our next voyage. Not sure. But either way, let's go to Station 3 now. Oh, should I buy more fuel? Maybe I'll buy like 2 fuel here, just to make sure I have a little bit more. 20 is not the best price, but it's not the worst. Never want to run out of fuel or be at risk of running out of fuel if you can avoid it, I think. I would like to get this letter thing done, but again, I mean, I guess I could go back through the Pigmont Isle, Gator's Morn route, instead of going up north. Maybe I'll do that. Feels somewhat more pressing of a mission to complete when you have it like sitting on your HUD the whole time you're playing. Sort of like lends a certain importance to it, even I don't know if it actually is important. Meeting the Heart Metal Smith. I don't know where he is. Ask for directions. A Clayman directs you with a minimum of enthusiasm and even fewer words. Easy to overlook. You now have a twist in your tail. You are now acquainted with a Heart Metal Smith. The smithy is a low building that you missed on your first survey of the island. The smith is a quiet man with a pinched face who works entirely in heart metal. The cannoneer greets him with a yell of delight. The smith winces, puts down his hammer, pinches the bridge of his nose. It's you, he says. Two of you. He is an austere smith. You work for the austere acolyte has introduced you to others on the island. Oh, I've never done this before. I don't remember doing any of this. Okay, we can actually do this now. What is this? So let's see. The Smith's Emporium. We will lose our unawakened seal. Okay, I mean, I guess this is what we're doing. Can't ask him about this yet. Well, let's ask him about the island first. So the rooms run back into the rock of the island, chamber after chamber of long-barreled machinery. He doubtless has his own perspective about life on the island, so we've gone up to 2, got some fragments, a disinclination to talk. He tells you that folk here keep to themselves. He says he doesn't go up to the buildings with the steeple, and the acolytes hardly ever come down here. It sounds like a solitary sort of life. He claims he prefers it that way. When he turns back to his work, you see the chain of heart metal links he wears around his neck, and the closed locket that hangs from it. Oh, wait, it went away? Wait, how do I talk to this guy? I don't understand. Oh, it took away my something awaits quality? Well, shoot, I wanted to talk to him. I did want to get 1 heart metal ingot. I thought that was actually this mission, but I guess this is different. Well, so let's get the 1 heart metal ingot. An ingot of silvery metal, dreadfully cold to the touch. So a covert exchange. The legalities of trading in heart metal are vague. If its existence were acknowledged by laws, it might be forbidden. Put it somewhere out of the way. Oh, it's not contraband, is it? I don't think so. Okay, so we can do... I don't really want to do this unless I have something awaits already. Maybe well, let's get something awaits again. Something we could do in the meantime. We could go to Khan's Heart, I suppose, in the meantime while we wait for the something awaits to reappear. I do want to check on our spy network over there, so it's not a complete waste of time to go over there. Yeah, I didn't realize just like asking for information about that one character would, you know, take away the option to do the thing we were actually trying to do, which is build the cannoneer. We spent a lot of effort building this cannoneer's weapon. Like we had to give 50 supplies and a bunch of other stuff down in Grand Geo to get the element of Dawn, which I think he's going to use for this. Maybe the element of Dawn is for the tireless mechanic. I can't remember which one's for which. Alright, so we want to get to something awaits here. I like the music here. It's got a very pleasing ring to it. Alright. So the only thing that we can do, so we want to do this where we go to the Nephrite ring. We have to lower our suspicion by 4 at least, it looks like. So can't do that yet. So we can find our contact here. What is this option? Oh, this is strategic information. I mean, we may as well try it, I guess. So this lowers your network chance usually. This raises your... Wait, this is the port report. We can raise our... Yeah, we're not going to give him a captivating treasure, unfortunately. Okay, so what options do we actually want to do here? We do want to do this, so let's go ahead and raise our veils as high as we can. Veils is this. Does this thing give? No, that takes away veils. Officers that give veils. This guy gives veils. Surgeons. No veils. Gunnery officer, no veil. 8 veils. Okay, that's one more than that one. That was the engineer. Cook, no veils. Okay, so I think these are all of our officers that can give veils. Let's go ahead and attempt to find our contact. He's wary of Imperial spies. Go carefully. If half the direction is needed, the other half should be a dead drop. Succeeded. That's good. We completed our commission to the Admiralty, although the Admiralty isn't there anymore. I think we've actually done this before. I gained a suspicion though. We've been trying to lose suspicion, not gain suspicion. Oh well. Oh well. I guess maybe we shouldn't have done that mission. I guess we won't get the port report. First of all, I don't even think we can do anything with the port report. And also, I'm not trying to gain more veil. I will do this though. I would like to have more vital intelligence. Lost some of our network quality, but that's basically that's what it's for, from my understanding. I mean, it helps with a few different things, but one of the things it helps for is gaining the vital intelligence. Especially since we can't take on new Admiralty missions. Like, this seems to be our best way to get. We are gonna need more fuel again. Should have bought more in. Where did I buy that fuel from? Was it Shepherd Isles? Chapel of Lights? I know you can buy it in Con Shadow. Maybe we'll just go over to Con Shadow and get some more fuel. We are gonna need a little bit more to get back to London. Sure, we have the cargo space for it, right? Yeah, we got a lot of cargo space now. What did we turn in? I don't even remember. Maybe just burn fuel and ate supplies, and that's what counted for the drop. I originally thought that this might be the place where you raise the anarchists to prominence, just because, well, the Doctor's mission talked about the anarchists in Con Shadow, but nope, turned out to be Kumain Canal, which I actually didn't expect. I thought it was either the Iron Republic or Con Shadow, but it was the Kumain Canal where we rose or that's what helped us. Do you want to trade our last hunting trophy for 4 more watchful curios? I suppose we do. I don't think we have an immediate need for. We've been using hunting trophies for various things, but there's none of our tracked missions that are waiting for us to get a hunting trophy. Well, you can trade them for Sooth and Cooper long boxes, which we are doing a lot of stuff with. Yeah, maybe we won't do this. We'd have to go to Polythreum to convert these into wakeful idols. But what we did come here to do is buy some more fuel. We could sell our angry mirror catch box of dream snakes. We can also buy another mirror catch box while we're here. We can also buy artifacts. I'm tempted to buy artifacts so we can trade them in. Milebreaker is a fuel efficiency item that equips to aft. Huh. That's actually kind of interesting, although it's 2,000. I don't know if it's the most efficient way to spend 2,000. I mean, fuel efficiency, you spend a lot of money buying fuel throughout the game, but let's pick up an empty mirror catch box for now. We're not currently in need of these items, I don't think. Let's see, do we need more supplies to get back to London? I feel like this is enough to get back to London. If we just kind of make our way back. I do want to stop at Gators more. We dined with the pirate poet. I'd like to stop back there sometime as well. I also want to go. I also want to go to Anth. Number of things we could do. I don't think I want to go to Abbey Rock for any reason, though. There is something you can do with the Sisterhood there, but I don't know that we had the option to advance that story in any way. But we can do it if we want. I would like to get back to London just to get more crew, realistically. I suppose you can hire crew in Khan's Heart, but it's pretty expensive there, I think. Okay, holy smokes, we got a lot of options here. How do we go back to the Smith? Okay, this is what we really wanted to do. We'll do this first just to make sure we don't lose again. Okay, so we're gonna ask the Smiths to construct a weapon housing for the Cannoneer's weapon. Why is the Smith so willing to help? Just how many outstanding favors are owed? The Cannoneer shrugs the question off, smiling. I made a lot of bombs back in the day, a lot of bombs, for a lot of people who don't like me to talk about it. I think that's why the university threw me out. I never dared go back and ask, though. Alright, well, here we go. A shining horror. For 7 days the smith works. Only the cannoneer is permitted within. Your sailors place bets on whether they'll blow themselves up, and whether the explosion will eradicate Station 3 as well. There are no explosions. At last, the cannoneer opens the smithy door, grinning, a tired but dazzling grin. He gestures to the seal. The armature that now constrains it is meshed with silvery heart metal. The glyphs flicker frantically, like trapped insects. The weapon emits a constant, low, barely audible growl. The air in the room is stiflingly hot. Behold, the cannoneer says, the memento mori. The grin dissipates. It's finished. I'm not sure what to do now. So basically, he's completed his masterwork. So now he has a calmer side, although not much calmer. So we lost the meteor that we awakened into the awakened seal. We had to do a lot of work to do that. And we now have the memento mori. Omnia mors permit et nulli miseratur. So you can put it on your ship or sell it to one of the warlike Z nations. Some will give you better prices than others. You may tilt the balance of power on the Z. What is the memento mori? What is it equipped to? It's a forward weapon. Okay, we really need to get a ship now that has a forward weapon slot. Because now we have an amazing looking... What happened to our bridge item? Oh, that was the thing that we traded in. It was like a light item. Oh well. So we kept our other light. Okay, yeah, we really need to upgrade our ship then. So let's prioritize that going forward. Okay, so what other things can we still do? We have questions for the Acolyte. We have errands for the Acolyte. We have observing the last autopsies. Does something await? Did we use our something awaits? It looks like we still have it. Or maybe we've already done these ones. So we could observe the fashionable lady. We have some notes on what these did here. Let's take a quick look. Station 3. So observing. So we've done the sisters so far. So now we have the option to do the fashionable lady if we wanted to. Questions. What are these questions for the Acolyte? Fragments, secrets, minus favor, ask why he sings, 20 fragments. She sings. I guess we could ask how she came to be on this island. I know we already did that. 50 fragments, press for more details, again a secret, minus favor. We have 14 of her favor. I guess we can assist her, or him, her. So what does this option do? Assist the Acolyte, errands for the Acolyte, guarding the yard. A present gives you... We don't have 200 fragments. A novel present. We do have some pages. We could try this novel present option. We don't know what it does yet. Let's go ahead and equip all of our pages items. Pages. This one. Officers, pages. Oh, he didn't change much after we. Wait, is he still the irrepressible cannoneer? I thought he was the calm cannoneer now or something. Usually once you do their ambition, they become a slightly different character. Like maybe became Maybe's rival. She used to be Maybe's daughter. In any case, which one are we trying to get up? Veils? Pages? We're trying to get pages, that's right. Well, she's just higher stats in general, but she doesn't have pages. She has pages, he has pages, but he has more. Okay, I think that's the highest pages we have here. So let's do the errand that involves this, a novel present. We failed. No, we succeeded. And gained 5 favor, okay. So, success plus 5 favor. So we presented her a novel present where she was in search for new music to sing at her work. Perhaps we could write some. Nothing too difficult. It might not be enough for a royal concert, but it's a good, hearty tune that could would put anyone into a better mood. You try singing it with various invented lyrics about a kite made of pantaloons and a clock that can only strike 13. The tune holds up, and you're sure that the austere acolyte's broader, more varied verses will go with it just as well. When you whistle it for her, she seems really quite touched. Okay. I guess that was nice of us. We still have these Sooth and Cooper lockboxes, so we may as well exchange one here. Gained more favor and more echoes. Okay, that's not very exciting. Oh, what's this option has now appeared here? Summon to the low building. The acolyte sends you a message requesting assistance with a difficult autopsy. The message emphasizes silence and discretion. Find out what she wants. Perhaps there'll be something in it for you. A locked coffin. The coffin is banded with iron and triple locked. Leave for the chief, it's labeled. The austere acolyte is standing over it with a crowbar and a fixed expression. She breaks the locks and pries off the lid. The body inside is her own. Or rather, it has her nose, her cheekbones, her long fingers. Its hair is longer, and something about its eyes make it appear more dissolute. But it is, or at least it could be, her twin. Her death was my fault, says the acolyte bleakly. So of course she's come back to me. We could discourage her from doing the autopsy. Her leader must have locked this particular box for her own protection. Or we could help her. This one won't be easy. I don't know what this option does. Other autopsy. So we have discourage her or help her. I feel like we would help her. I mean, that's just what our character would do. Yeah, let's see what happens. Help her. This won't be easy. The unbound knot. The growth is not in such a difficult place that she has any difficulty finding it, but the acolyte works slowly and grimly. She talks angrily to the corpse. She talks to it about their childhood together. She calls it sister. She resents it for dying, considers it careless, but also blames herself. The metal ball is lumpy and hard under her breastbone. Okay, just advance the trading quality. So nothing too exciting there. I'll put a question mark here to indicate that I didn't do this option. But we're now up to 8. We've involved a certain trade. Okay, there's more here to do. Shades of Black. When the acolyte gets to the center, she pushes the ball towards you. As an afterthought, she lets you borrow her goggles as well. The secret, when you can focus enough to make it out, is this. The austere acolyte's twin was not her twin, not her sister at all. The acolyte never had a sister. This being took up wearing a mirror of her face early in her childhood. It was drawn by her early promise, by the likelihood of her success. We could tell her the truth, what it would be to know that her wasn't to blame for her sister's death. Or we could invent a comforting lie. Well, again, we're not really a lying character, so I think we'll just tell her the truth. Shades of Black. Tell her the truth, which is what we're going to do. Again, that's what our character feels like they would do. Invent a comforting lie. Maybe some other character. Maybe we'll play a Veils character at some point in the future. A speed, stealth, deception-based character, and we'll do some of these Veil options in a different playthrough. Okay, so we just gained 5 more favor. Plus 5 favor. Not what she expected. The news does not comfort her. When she hears it, she takes the scalpel back up and continues the autopsy, dismantling the corpse down to the small organs. She won't talk. She won't sing. The pellet of dark matter sits on the tray. You encounter the acolyte one more time. You could apologize to her if we had no more than 0. We have 26. We could ask her situation if we have 1. Or if we have 15, we can give her real consolation. The consolation of friendship. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Filter out. Long into the night, she visits you aboard your ship, and you talk for long hours, lit only by the jar of phosphorescent beetles. Her stories cover many incidents past and present, many famous people she attended while she was still a practicing doctor. Certain details of rubbery man anatomy she found astonishing. You and she will never speak like this again. You are leaving, and she does not expect you to be on the island. She does not expect to be on the island by the time you return. That's what makes it so easy to talk and so comforting. We now have Dreams of Red. I think I had this in my inventory already, actually. Oh wait, or is this one of the colors? Maybe this is the Maybe this is the color of red. Violent. Where's this book that we just picked up? I think we might have already had it from a previous character. Dreams of Red. Oh, here it is. A Dream of Red. Chapter of the Crimson Book, that notorious compilation of love stories. It's taught by Masters of Bazaar. It's the Masters of Bazaar in London. Although, I'm not sure if they're still masters after we raised the acolytes to prominence. Okay, well we definitely did some stuff here. That was some good story. Let's go ahead and update our notes real fast. So the Cannoneer, we basically did his thing, right? Like there's nothing left to do with this guy. We've got his weapon. I think we're done with his story. He's still. Oh wait, is he still the irrepressible Cannoneer, or is he different now? No, he's still. Oh, I think he's cheery enthusiasm is welcome, but a nerving trait in a gunner. He's still only iron +8, so he's not an amazing character even after we finish his mission, which is kind of surprising. I mean, we did get this really good gun, I think. Fortunately, we can't equip it until we upgrade our boat to one that has a forward cannon. So that's going to be our priority, making enough money to get the next boat now. We'll have to get rid of some stuff in our hold because the next boat only has like 70 cargo slots. We're already up to 90. We'd have to sell a good number of these things. Probably these. Oh, we're going to turn these in anyway. The caskets to sapphires. I don't know what these unclear devices are even for. I mean, it says that they are used to like run away. Obscures you from view for 5 seconds. And increases your terror. We got these when we rose the anarchists to prominence, but... Okay, so where are we going next? We have a couple options. We have Nook. We have Anth. I think those are the two main options. If we went to Anth, we could go to Wither, get Saul's attention. I'm kind of tempted to do that just so I don't have to go back this way in the future. Because I don't want to come back up here to the upper right. We can see if that book was a color as well. Yeah, maybe we'll come back. Maybe when we leave London, we'll go through like the middle, hit up Gators Morn and Nook. So maybe here we'll go up to the. Oh wait, shoot! We need to equip our. We are clay because we were below our crew limit there. Okay, we're off. We'll stop by Abbey Rock, I suppose. Again, I don't think there's anything to do there. Abbey. Oh, no, we do have a note to bring recent news. Well, we don't have recent news, so... I guess we did have a note of one thing to do there, but we don't have it, so can't do it. Docks on the top side. I mean, we'll just pop in real fast, get the port report, but... I don't even know if port report's doing anything anymore now that the Admiral has lost power to the anarchists. But we're here, so we may as well just take a quick look. Something awaits. I want something awaits. Please give me something awaits. We can train strange catch for Shintalak. Sure you have space. Trade supplies for 20 echoes. Get the port report. We have 0 recent news. We can watch the convent. Reduce terror with a hunting drone. Oh, here we go. What's this? Ask the sisters to arrange the adventuress's death. She wants to die gloriously. They look like the kind of people who can help. Oh, here we go. This is interesting. Bring 5 units around. Oh, we had from an ag literature. We can find it at the Connate. Interesting. I thought we found it at the southern area somehow. Let's update her mission here. This is the... Sorry, which character is this again? The Adventuress. I actually don't have a note for her. We can just replace the Cannoneer because I don't think we have any notes for him anymore. Adventuress. Bring 5x romantic literature to Abbey Rock. It says found in Connate. So we won't fight you, not to the death. That's not really us. But we can bring you something that will end you, an old adversary of ours. Be sure that it will end you, but fight hard, and you might wound it. That wound will remain as long as it does, and which may be forever. And one day it may take that wound into the sky. Sound good? We'll need something to lure him. Bring us, appropriate text. Yes, I'm serious. Okay. Well, that's interesting at least. We got to advance her story a bit. Now we know what to do with her. I don't think we're going to trade our strange catch for... well, how much do we get for this? I'll search my notes here. Abbey Rock. What options is called? Provisions for Saint Newt? Well, I don't have any notes on this, so let's just do it once and see what happens. Or no, wait, it's probably this. One catch. Oh, it's just one strange catch for one Shintalak. And that's not really worth it. Strange catch is more value to me than one Shintalak, I think. Okay. So then we'll just do Watch the Convent. That does what again? Gives you another strange catch? Yeah, why not? Oh, got 5 fragments. Deadly Training. God, one of them just turned a somersault. 4 plus fragments. Doesn't seem like it always gives you strange catch, I guess. Well, this recent news... it only reduces your terror. I'm gonna delete that option then, because that doesn't sound very interesting. I thought it might like let us into the Abbey, but if we're here and we have it, maybe we'll do it, but we're not gonna like prioritize it in any way. Okay, we're going to Anth to get rid of the Clay Man. We want to advance the Clay Man part of the mission up here in Anth while we have them in our hold, because we need to get stuff out of our hold before we change our ship over. So one of the things we have in our hold is these Clay Men. Yeah, 6 Clay Men. So let's do the Anth mission with them before we get rid of them. Or before we change our ship, rather. We have our hold space. We can buy more supplies and stuff in Anth, I think, if we want. Also in Mount Palmerston. I'm tempted to go up this way. Since we're going to be up here, we may as well go to Wither and get the Salt's attention while we're up here. So we'll probably buy some more supplies in Mount Palmerston so we can finish the rest of this journey. We need to go underwater, right? Let's just do that here. Pretty good session so far. We found some interesting things. We finished the Cannoneers quest. I got that. Oh wow, I'm in the wall here. What the hell's going on? This is not a good place to pop up underwater. I'm like getting pushed into the wall by this current. Can I get out of this current, please? Please? I'm like stuck in this current. What the hell, man? This is really jank. Hello, can we leave? What am I like in the wall? Do I have to transform my ship? I feel like I'm like inside the wall or something. I mean, I think we have to raise the ship. Okay, well that was an unfortunate waste of fuel, terror, and other things. I've never had that happen before. Again, it's not like an expertly... I wouldn't call this game a technical tour de force as far as like game craftsmanship goes, but it's got a little bit of a jank. A little bit of jank to it. I mean, it gets the job done. I mean, nothing about it is like lacking as far as technical aspects go, but it's also not something you'd hold up as a shining example of gameplay technical excellence. Okay, so we want to... So we don't have the sharpness of spleen, but what we want to do is we want to get the bone and spleen options. So we want spleen and we want bone. Mineralize your skeleton. We have to have 2 things. Okay, well we'll get I guess liverless. Let's talk to that one Rosina lady. But all she does is cure. What are our options here. What does groin do? We never did anything with the groin, did we? I don't know if we've ever even taken sharpness of the groin. Let's see what we have in our notes here. We don't have any more literature. We kind of finished her story, the Rosina lady story, as far as I'm aware. Okay, so as far as if we have romantic, we don't have romantic literature. We could have got an Anthian romance. But we don't have. I have a lot of notes here. Here's the clay man option we're trying to do. I don't know. Like, let's just try the growing option, I suppose. I don't know if we've done this one before. I don't know if I want my growing to be sharp, but it does diminish passion, promote hygiene, and dazzle any onlookers. Okay. So your dimensions don't change, only your substance. Oh, that unlocks the ability to do the romantic literature critique. Okay, let's make a note of some of these things here. So this is lead the critiques. This requires spleen. So if we ever want to do this trade of literature, we have to have spleen. But we're trying to do the skeleton one at the moment. Okay, so we could do this clay man option. Wait, no, that wasn't spleen, that was groin, sorry, groin. This one, send the clay man, requires spleen and bone. Finished, tidy, neat. 120 echoes and a Sooth and Cooper long box. Okay, it wasn't that exciting. I mean, I guess I had that in my notes, but I thought it might be more interesting. A clayman who's gone sharp is a clayman you can trust. Respectable, solid-boned, patient, incapable of rage or bad manners. That is why they come here, to be certified trustworthy, to show that they're suitable for better jobs and better treatment. The Travertine Vault is full of such men, sitting patiently in rows, waiting for their crystals to grow. They don't talk. You put your 6 in the back row. They pay you as they would have paid you in London. And this other item, this one that looked like a bench, you can have that too. It's in the way. So basically, you get the same amount of money you would have got for delivering to London, but you also get a Sooth and Cooper long box. So that's kind of a nice little bonus there. Yeah, again, I don't think there's anything we can do from. She can cure wounds, but we don't have any wounds at the moment, so we don't have any immediate need to talk to her. We can't cultivate any more sharpness unless we want to do the Hearts challenge. It's only at 41%. I would like to see what this does at some point to get the armor one, but again, like, we're trying to raise our stats. I guess we could raise our hearts real fast to see what the chance is if we put our items in. Hearts, officers of hearts, 6 hearts on a surgeon, 9 hearts, minus hearts, plus 1 heart on an officer. 4 hearts, 6 hearts. Okay, so we have our highest hearts up here. This would give us a 48% chance. We'll come back and do this later. Again, we're trying to raise our stats up right now. Put our Clayman back, put our Lemmingham back, and put our... Honestly, this person gives 12 stats. I don't know why I don't just leave her equipped. I was trying to go for a diversification to get some more mirrors and stuff, but... nah, it's fine. Okay, we can buy Shintok if we don't want to do that. We can sell sapphires. We're not currently trying to sell sapphires. We need to buy a little bit more fuel. It's good to have a one ambiguous ELS, although we're trying to get rid of cargo space because we're trying to downsize our ship. You can sell it in London if nothing else, I suppose. Actually, we may as well fill up our cargo hold with this stuff and just sell it in London to the Scholar. Let me think for 1 second here. So going up to Palmerston next. Palmerston. Let's see if there's any items that we should be bringing to Palmerston. Anything in particular? We're also going to wither to gain Salt's attention, which is going to take a Z story and a secret. Anything else we want to do when we get up there? We can sell Stygian Ivory. Oh, we should have bought some Stygian Ivory to do this. Tales of Terror. We were just somewhere that sold it, but I don't remember where it was. It's not Palmerston that sells, I don't think, was it? Palmerston didn't sell the Stygian Ivory. It was somewhere else. No, they sell Aeolus for 35. Yeah, I mean, this is a better place to buy Aeolus for only 30. Okay, well, let's fill up our hold with Aeolus then, as long as we have enough supplies and fuel to get back. Maybe we'll go up to like 12 of all these things, and then just get Aeolus for the rest of the hold. Make a little bit of cash. Oh, I hope this works out. Holy crap, we're only up to 90. I assume you can just do this as much as you want. Yeah, they trade for on average 35. It's either 1 or 70. So you're making like 5 off of each of these. So I've made like 250 so far. Yeah, let's just stop there. We can sort of do a test run of this. If we want to do this more in the future, maybe we will, but I'm not 100% confident this is actually going to make us money. I think it is, but I don't want to waste all my money and be wrong. We didn't even get to use our Something Awaits. Did I miss an option to use Something Awaits? I must have. In a port that had that many options, you feel like at least one of them would have been Something Awaits, but oh well, we're right here anyway, so we'll just use it here instead. Go visit the Deviless. What is this? Independent verification. The Brass Dungeon asks you for independent verification of the Deviless's intelligence. Possibly you might be able to eavesdrop on the convention. Well, for now we're just going to visit her. We'll give her the gift from the embassy. We could keep the gift for 150 echoes. Well, again, we're a very straightforward character. So we'll give her the news from the embassy and the gift. The Deviless keeps little snakes as pets now, each no bigger than her little finger. She scratches her head, she calls them by name, and once when she thinks you aren't looking, she pops one into her mouth to chew it like a licorice treat. What did they say? She asks. Delight. The Deviless opens the parcel. Amanita sherry. She pours you each a splashy glass, a chattering giddily. She blesses when she sees you push the glass away. Force of habit. I don't really want to poison you. It's such good news, isn't it? Do you really think they trust me? I would so love to get away from this ghastly little rock, back to where the souls glow and the dances never end. So listen, I have something more valuable for them. The names of 7 devils who back home who remain loyal to the aristocracy, to Brimstone. Here, take the names. Give them to the embassy. Ask them if I can come home. Sail swiftly, my brave captain. All my hopes rest with you. Okay. Interesting. Get the port report. We're not going to dig amongst the ruins. We just bought fuel for 12 the other place. We did need 1 zoop for something. I like to have 1 devil bone dice. I mean, it's such a good place to buy fuel. I might as well just buy a couple over here. Okay, Codex, Wither, we're on the way over there. I can update my notes on her, I suppose. Let's see. Palmerston. Return to London. Give her note. To the Brass Embassy, it said. I think it's like the outpost of hell inside of London, it sounds like. Or the Devils, at least. I don't know if... It sounds like there was some split in the faction of the Devils at some point. Not sure exactly which faction she's on, but she's on the exiled faction, it seems like, because she wants to return to London and the Brass Embassy. Because she's been exiled in some way. I'll have Codex, get the port report. Ah, trade we do need some more unread logs. We'll definitely do that. We've burned through all our unread logs. Don't have any immediate need for a doomed monster hunter that I'm aware of. What we do want to do is get Salt's attention, something up there that we're not going to fight when we have no crew to spare. Especially when we're about to get a better ship at some point that we can use as weapon on. I say a better ship, but I mean a ship that's more suited to combat is what I really mean to say. Something awaits. Well, we do love waiting for something awaits, don't we? Yes, yes we do. That is the correct answer. Take a drink of water here. It's nice that we can reduce here without having to do anything here. Okay, is it the house in question? Yeah, this is what we want to do. We want to gain Salt's attention. We have not defied the gods of the Sea, so let's do this. So now we can talk to no echo. Your words sink into silence like stones into quicksand. The initiate listens, eyes closed, committing every detail to memory. Leave now. If you see where I write your story, it's the worst kind of luck. I hate to lose secrets and stories, but get the port report. We can talk to our officer. Excuse me. It was her, the Carnelian exile. Bread and salt. Carnelian exile invites you to her cabin for dinner. We need to discuss a certain direction, she informs you. A brisk dinner. I am persona non grata in Port Carnelian, the exile remarks. I was too close to the new sequence and the machine. I have repented of that now, but I'll never go home. She leans closer. Salt's song, she whispers. I hear it on the wind, the way east, the horizon's road. Will you go east, my captain? Will you take me with you? Oh, is this the traveling light? Oh, because she has something to do with light. This sounds like the Carnelian exile story. Because she's talking about going east. And she has relationship to light. So a traveling light. And she traveled with us. Yeah, I like that. I like the... Maybe this is how we'll end our character's life. I hear it on the wind, the way east, the horizon's road. Is that Avid Horizon? But that's north, though. Let's see what our options are here. The Z is wide, but I'll always return home. East, the London where the horizon where the god Salt watches, far and chilly. London is your home. The Z is my only home. You are a Z captain, the old black ocean under the world. Its half-hundred ports. You'll live and die here. I cannot rest until I've crossed the last horizon. You are hungry for more. If we had at last Salt's song, we could ask her. The Z is wide, but I'll always return home. Don't feel like we could say this. We're not particularly attached to London. Again, we're kind of a jaded character. Our time in the war as a veteran really did not ingratiate us with the rulership and the establishment in London, although we've assisted the anarchists there, so maybe we're a little bit more at home with the anarchists now. The Z is my only home. You'll live and die here. I kind of like this option. I cannot rest until I've crossed the last horizon. You are hungry for more. Okay, well, yeah, let's see what this option does. The exile smiles. Destiny is destiny, she says softly. You are the captain I would choose to follow across the Z. If the time comes for you to claim your burning name, speak with me again. I cannot enter the name's prison. Not anymore. She taps her glasses. But perhaps you can. Alright, this is interesting. I like where this is going. I mean, our character it really gels with my idea for this character. Speak to the exile about the name's prison. How will you breach it when you find it? Behind her glasses you sense somehow that she has closed her eyes. You must have mastered the map, she says softly. Entered in the house of every power, and you'll need to bring a burning truth to match the burning name. So we need the letters. Oh, didn't we have notes about the name which burns? I thought we took note here. Ah, it's in Frostfound. Okay, so we need to get the letters of the name which burns 7 in Frostfound. And in fact, we want to return to Vienna after we do that as well. Okay, so we have 2 reasons to do this. Okay, well, this gives us something interesting to work on. We don't know what that does. We don't know what this... Yeah, so here we go. Gain letters of name which burns in Frostfound. Frostfound. Alright, cool. I like this. I don't think I've ever done this before in any of my other playthroughs. Alright, Wither, we're in Wither. We can probably just explore the town. I'm sure there's nothing too exciting here, but let me just take a quick look. Yeah, there's a bunch of just random options here. We don't necessarily need to reduce terror. So let's explore the town. This is an intriguing smell. I think we tried the shredded jellyfish last time. Yeah, we didn't succeed though. If we succeed the try something mysterious option, you actually gain 2 iron, 2 hearts, 2 mirrors, and 30 fragments. Holy smokes. I want to try doing that. You can also do the unaccountably peckish option. A bunch of question marks. We failed this one last time. I don't remember what the result was. What exactly is Tyrant's Treat? The vendor is vague. Looks like a charred stick dripping with bluish fluid. I mean, I really like the result of this one, but it's only 48% chance to succeed. I don't know. We're not always going to have this. Let's just try this once to see what happens. Just like we're not always going to have unaccountably peckish. So an anonymous skewer of meat. So we gain +1 peckish menace and minus hunger. Okay, well, not very exciting, but we had to try it once just to see what happens. Oh, it would give you iron. Plus iron if less than 100. Oh, it's already... if you're watching this later and I don't edit it out, sorry about the pause there. Had a person at my door. Had to deal with that. Alright, so we did this. It was not very exciting. Unfortunately, it's not the option I would have chosen to do, but I just wanted to do it for lore's reasons, just to figure out what would happen. We would like more meter cell, but we're not willing to trade our Songs of the Z. Not doing any of this stuff. So we're back on our way back to London. We'll stop at Venderbite there to see if we have any of the new colors. We got the Book of Red. That could be the red color. Don't know if we have any other items that I was thinking might be one of the colors, but Certainly take a look while we're there. And then we'll be back in London. We haven't been back in London for quite a while. This was a longer voyage for this character after we had finished the raising the anarchists to prominence. I think this is the first time we're going to be back again. Be interested to see what happens when we come back. I'm going to put the aft item, the cargo containment item on, I believe. I'm interested to see if there's any, because normally when you return to London, you have to like deal with the customs officers from the Admiralty. I wonder if now that the anarchists are in prominence, that won't be the option anymore. Let's see, reduce terror. This one gains you terror, but it gives you food, I think. Yeah, it gives you supplies. Done that a number of times. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens in London after I've never raised the anarchists to prominence, so we'll see if anything interesting happens story-wise. They're the captains to rack. Yep, that's one of our rack missions. You poach 3 of the captains. They smell like moldering cakes. What sights they must have seen, you say in their years on the sea. Bones pop and crack, and they exchange glances. They croak a few words on beasts they escaped, romances they had, ports where they made a difference. And what, you ask, of the beasts that escaped? Those romances that got discarded, the ports where they did more harm than good. Of course, they reply, they'd set things right if they had a last adventure. As it happens, you have charts to a place in need. We're luring more people to rack. Let's see, we want to visit the first curator. Okay, so we just have this color, which we don't want to get rid of yet because it is a weapon item that we can use. We'll do it at the end if it's the last item, but until we could do the last terror, but I don't really want to do that. Let's see, we can explore vendor by with our poisoner. And we'll do that. Just lost 1 terror. We've already done that before. Oh, wait, no, we can. Oh, so we have food here. Oh, this one. Yeah, I didn't like this option. I guess we'll try this one, I suppose. Offer a strange catch. We are fortunate. We are fortunate to gain 5 echoes and 3 supplies. A find. Oh yes, this one is interesting. Certain of the organs may be consumed, if only boiled in the beast's own venom. They're remarkably nutritious, although the taste does rather linger. Good lord, it does linger. Move on. Move on, taste. Move on. Okay, well, I'll make a note of this so I don't think I have to try it again. So this was a strange catch. So on success, you get 5 echo, 3x supplies. So if you lose, you only get 1 supply. If you win, you get 3 supplies. Okay. Not particularly exciting. But, I mean, 3 supplies is not nothing. In fact, here it would cost you 90 money to get that. We do want money, but we can't do this because it would contradict our lifelong ambition. How much are candles in London? I don't actually know if it's profitable to sell either of these here. Probably not. So we can stop again at Low Barnet, trade our stories here, to do the poetry slam or story competition, whatever the actual description of events happening there are. In fact, it might be the only place we can turn in some port reports, because as far as I know, we can't turn in port reports to the Admiralty anymore, but we'll see when we get there. We will see. Like I said, I'm very interested to see what happens now when you return to London, now that the anarchists are in power. See if it changes anything about the city. Here's the entrance to Low Barnet. We'll just kind of creep up over there and then go underwater. We'll do it right here in this light, I suppose. Oh, we can't. Wait, we can't. Like, can't dive here. I just want to go right here. Don't have something that waits yet. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't dive up here. It seems like it could have been perfectly fine to dive where we were up above, but whatever. Okay, I get the port report. Done that a number of times. So we'll turn in any stories that we can. So we had Anth. We had Hideaway for the first time. Urban Adventures. You speak of the city on the back of a beast. It is difficult to find, for it roams throughout the Unterzee, above the waves and below. Its scorched belly on Mount Palmerston. It scorched its belly on Mount Palmerston and snapped the top from Massey's shaft. It blocked the harbor at Adams Way and gave birth to the Grand Geode. Oh, wow. Some cool lore. Why you last heard it was making for London. That's a cool story. Might not be true, but many of the stories in this place aren't true. So that we're at 7 now, and we have 5. 2 more. Undercrow and Rack. Okay, so now we have 7 of this quality, so we can do... Still can't do this. Oh, because we don't have... We haven't advanced any of these things. Idle, can't pull, or Drowny Hymns, unfortunately. But we can trade them here. And these options... There's one that I wanted to do more of. Let's see. So there's one that gives you artifacts we can trade for our featured characters. The Revoltory chart wasn't very interesting. Also, the Admiral's not there anymore. Oh, life specimens. That's the one we want to do here. Yeah, let's do this one. The Gift of Life and Death. There we go. So now I have 2 live specimens, and now we can do the mission in the Chapel of Lights. Let's gain some drowning pearls. Wait, we did have drowning pearls. I thought I looked in our hold before and I couldn't find any drowning pearls. They must be down here somewhere. Oh, here they are. I thought they would be up here. Okay, anyways. Anything else to do while we're here? I don't think so. Do we want how many more port reports? Have we turned all the ones we had? Yeah, we had all... We can't do this because we haven't been able to advance any of his mission. Yeah, can't do anything else. Alright. Off to London. We didn't even use our something away, so we don't have to wait for it again, at least. Consider that a benefit, I guess, of not having anything to do with it. Nothing to do on Hunter's Keep, unfortunately. It's burnt to the ground, so there's no stories there anymore that we've seen. Which was unfortunate. Like I said, we could have saved one of the sisters. Maybe that's when we lost self-attention, when we couldn't save Phoebe. I don't remember. Oh shoot, I didn't equip my... Oh, freaking Christ. I didn't equip my... I was gonna equip this contraband thing. Do we have any contraband? Let's see. I don't think we do. I always forget. That's why I hate having contraband. Okay, they didn't even ask us anything about customs here. Okay, so this was the lady from the Deviless, her second message to the urbane devil. He waits with a friendly smile that exposes his neat white teeth. Incendiary material. He reads the letter and emits a long, low whistle that resonates oddly in the metal fittings and gives you the faintest tingle of toothache. There are some very senior names here, very senior indeed. She wants to come home, eh? Well, either she's telling us straight, in which case Brimstone will have her baked in a pie, or she's trying to swindle us, in which case, well, I'd like her here so I can warm up my own pie oven. Either way, yes, the time has come. Bring her here, will you? We'll pay her fair, thank you very much. Alright, well, she wants to come back and they're willing to accept her. That seems like it's a win-win for those 2 factions at least. So, return back to Mount Palmerston. Okay, well it doesn't seem like there's anything else related to the anarchists that I can see. So yeah, I guess nothing really changed as far as that goes. I was hoping for a little bit more changes in London after the anarchists had taken over. Okay, so this is, we're going to give this guy the Caskets of Sapphires, something azure. Sapphires, as of course you know, come from Port Carnelian in the southwest of the Z. 1,000 echoes, there and back again. Hurry, I have candles to light. That blue, I will confess something to you. This is my least practical purchase, but I wanted something to remember the blue, thank you. Cheap at the price, but there's something else. Okay. So his preparations are complete. He has a plan. My operations here will continue without me, and I have gathered all the supplies I need for my greatest endeavor yet. I need to charter your ship. Will you hear out what he has to say? It's time to go. You and I, we are not numbered among the timid. Now is the time to complete what we have begun. Come with me. Come north to the Abbot Horizon, to the High Gate. Okay. So north. Do not choose this option unless you have 40 units of free cargo space and can reach the Abbot Horizon. Well, let me free up my cargo first. So I'm going to the Alarming Scholar to sell these. Give us some fragments. Adam's Way, the nature of the Echo Bazaar, what lifebergs eat, the reason the islands seem to move, why candles can't be trusted, scholars' opinions on all of these. Some of them may even be true. Okay, well we stocked up on... What did we stock up on? The Aeolus. These things. So we gained 1 echo for that one, but I think on average, in accident, you can get more, I think, right? If I just keep doing this. 1... Yeah, that one gives you 70. Yeah, so basically you have a chance to either get a relic or a fake, basically. So I think on average you get 35. I mean, I got 47 of them, so I got it. Oops. I didn't mean to do that one. It's fine, but... Okay, well the downside of doing this particular selling mission is... It's a lot of clicks. And also, I'm not even sure, I'm not like looking closely at which ones are being 1 and which ones are 70. Like, is it actually 50-50? It feels like I'm getting 1 more than 70, but... Again, it's probably just a coin flip. Yeah, it looks like it's probably just a coin flip. So if you do enough of them, it should average out to 35, which we bought them for 30, so... I mean... it's technically a profit. It does get this favors up with him. Not that that's like particularly the most exciting thing to do. But anyways, we gotta get them out of our hold, right? Because these are taking up hold space. These are taking up hold space, right? These Aeolus. Actually, they're not. Interesting. They are not taking up hold space. Well, anyways, we bought a bunch of them, so we need to use them. The Alarming Scholar. I don't have any other use for all these things, and I need money to upgrade my ship. It doesn't look like we quite have enough money to upgrade our ship right away. We'll take a look at it after this, but certainly getting a lot of favor for this. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to do this in the future. This does not seem like a very profitable endeavor. A lot of ones there, so there's another 70. Can each one of these cost us 30 to buy? We'll go down, we'll leave 1 left over. Actually, we'll leave 3. Wasn't there something that took 3 and they just Aeolus somewhere? Not sure, maybe not. Down to 7. Down to 4. Okay, we'll leave it at 4 for, or 3 for now. Not too interested in selling our stories. Logs help us in one of the outlying areas. We can give them the Wakeful Idols. Not the Watchful Curios, but the Wakeful Idols. Okay, we'll leave 1 again. Like I like to have 1 of everything in my inventory. We're not going to trade them the Element of Dawn. We need to save these for something. Snippets we don't need. Although they're not worth a whole lot. Leave 1, like I said, for trading. Okay, well, we traded a bunch of stuff to them. I just want to see if anything changed. I don't think it did. No, okay. Can't do this yet. So we need 40 free spaces of cargo for that. I guess we should do that before we upgrade our ship, because it's going to be a lot harder to have 40 free spaces of cargo after we change ships. Guess we'll do this. Lost some terror, got some more recent news. Oh, we already had recent news, but that's fine. Hire some more crew. Get up to like at least 20, I would say. 22, that's usually a good amount, I think. We could do more if we want to do that option that took away crew, the Chapel of Lights option. Not sure how much of the Menace unaccountably peckish I want to get. Again, Menaces are generally considered bad. So I don't know how much peckishness I want to have. I'm assuming that eating my crew as part of a story is going to make me more cannibalistic. We don't really need to repair our ship at the moment. We can sell some more stuff in the shops here. We can sell our Shintalak. We gotta get rid of some hold space, so I guess we'll do that. Do we need any number of Shintalak for any missions that are ongoing? Let's see, Shintalak. can sell them for 74 in the Iron Republic. They sell for 70 here, although we're not currently heading to the Iron Republic. Although I guess we are if we're trying to bring some stuff to the Empire of Hands. Well, maybe we'll do the Ventures quest to Avid Horizon first. Okay, we don't need that. Shintellite for so we want to keep some Shintellite to trade for those Molly flowers. Yeah, no particular need for a bunch of them though. Go and sell. We'll go down to 2, I suppose. We could sell the rest of these caskets of sapphires. I think we wanted to save these for some reason though. Was it sapphire? As well, just for casket actually. We will need 1 to complete the Tireless Mechanics mission, so we gotta keep that one. We don't need to do this anymore. The Venturer needs to go to Avid Horizon. Avid Horizon. Let's see, we wanted 1. They sell for 90 in Polythreme. I guess they sell for 90 here, or 95. They sell for 99 in the Shelonate. Don't see. Sell for Muter Salt and Hideaway. I mean, that's actually the best place to sell them. Maybe I'll just keep them then. We need 1 for a quest, and they sell for Muter Salt somewhere else. Let's see. We don't need to sell our wine. We don't need to sell our honey. We could probably sell some of this Parabola linen. What are we doing with all this Parabola linen? Parabola linen. We have a lot of it now. Let's see. Fallen London. You can sell it somewhere. You can sell for 63 in Apis meat. That's a very minor difference. Can trade 5 of it. Oh, we already did that. That was for the Modiste. Can buy it for torpedo parts and rack. Yeah, I don't have any other need for it at the moment. One of the Magician's quests involved it? Is that what I saw in my notes there? Is that like this thing? Yeah, this thing. I don't even really care about this thing. It looks like it just lowers terror. Unlocked when the Magician has become your Viceroy. Yeah, I may do this at some point, but... Okay, so I'll keep 2 Parabola and then... I'll sell some of it. Just to clear up hold space, I'll sell some of this Parabola and then we got more than we need. Okay, so as far as buying the next ship, we will want, it was like 11,000 or something. Yeah, it's 11,000, so we're close, but not quite there. Also, we want to do this. We want to do this mission for the Venturer here. Do I want to do it now, or do I want to do? Let's do it. Let's do it now. I think I'll do it in this session, and then next time we'll do a different mission. But I think I do want to do this right now. Okay, so let's pick him up. Take the Venturer north to Avid Horizon where the sea ends and the Watchers wait. The Venturer and its 40 units of essential cargo. So we have 40 materials for passage. Let us sail when you're ready. All that you're assembled for me is here. Treasures too great for this world. Take me north to Avid Horizon and the void's approach. If you lose the supplies, you can buy more, but they won't be cheap. I don't plan on losing those supplies, but thanks for warning me, I suppose. Okay, we're out of cargo space, so we got 14 supplies, 21 fuel. Who wanted this Zoop? Wasn't it one of the officers who wanted this Zoop? Can I get this thing out of my hold as well? This guy wants the Zoop. Okay, yeah, let's do this. He pokes his head from the galley. Have you my Muter Salt, Captain? My Zoop? I am keen to investigate their possibilities. A brazen alembic bubbles eagerly in the background. Supplies! Excellent! He retreats into his galley and bars the door. Day and night his juggling crucible blazes. The galley portals flare crimson across the black sea. He does not answer the door. It ships biscuits and barreled water for a while. When he emerges, his bandages are yellow with smoke. I am victorious. The Zoop defied me, but I have broken it. Chanterelles from some soggy edge of London. Pigstock. A feisty dash of paprika. Lament onions. Petals from the exile's rose, which grows in hell. And tears from a hanged man or a heartbroken priest. I believe either would suffice. The method of ingredients combination is singular. I believe I can make use of it. We are charting new culinary frontiers, my captain, but the Fathom King presides over the drowning feasts. He is accustomed to excess. We must amaze. That night the crew dine happily on fish stew. The poisoner keeps your wine glass topped up, and at the end of dinner approaches you nervously. I'm afraid I have another request, Captain. I need something from Khan's heart, a certain book of recipes. If we're going that way, he fidgets with the end of his bandages, avoiding your gaze. Why is he lying to you? We now have 10 replete X hunger. So we gained hunger, I guess is what that's telling me. It's a weird way of wording it. Okay. So the poisoner needs to go to Khan's heart. Well, that's by Avid Horizon, so that's something we can do together. Maybe I will take a break here and resume this in a further play session. Because I thought we were gonna like just go straight to Avid Horizon, but we got a few more things we want to do in that direction now. But in any case, we got that out of our cargo hold, so we can buy a few more supplies before we leave. Okay, so next session, so we will end it here. We want to go to Avid Horizon. We want to go to Khan's heart. We want to get enough. We're close to having enough money. I say close, but realistically, we need. Just seeing if there's other things that are. We could sell the We Are Clay for 300. If there's other things we could sell these torpedo components. Again, I don't even know what these are for. They sell for 1 each. Could sell our aft gut weapon. So we're close to getting the next ship. We just need a little bit more. Maybe this mission for the venture will give us a little bit more money. Like three more thousand, and we can make the swap. But again, before we do that, we have to do this mission that involves 40 pieces of cargo, because that other ship doesn't even have 40 pieces of cargo. Where did she want to go? Gator's Morn? Okay, yeah, I do want to go back there at some point. I don't know how to get rid of these unclear devices, other than you can just use them if you want to get rid of them, I guess. Okay, yeah, so next session, we will be going to probably go to Gator's Morn, probably go through the Khanate. Where did the other guy want to go? Sorry, I've already lost. We also need to get some more literature in the Khanate. What did I just write down in my notes? Khan's heart. Yeah, so maybe we'll go Gator's Morn, Station 3, Kong's Heart, Khan's Glory, Chapel of Lights. We have the live specimens now, and then Avid Horizon. Okay, yeah, that'll be our next journey. Gator's Morn, Station 3, Khan's Heart, Khan's Glory, Chapel of Lights, and then the Avid Horizon to drop off the Venturer, who we've been handing supplies to for many times over the course of this entire play series. So it'll be good to finally see what the result of all that is. But yeah, that'll be for next time. Take care.